Hi, I'm Mike Rossetti, and this is myLIBRO. Today, I'll take you through a quick demo of our app, both the patron-facing app as well as our staff portals and our custom administrative portal that you're able to use to customize myLIBRO. I will say that everything you'll see today has been built by libraries over the last couple of years. We are simply the developers, and the libraries actually have provided us all the feedback in terms of how they want this app to look and all of the functionality. So we'll start in the patron-facing app, and you'll see quickly some of the notification capabilities that we bring to myLIBRO. Obviously, here we're notifying patrons that they have materials ready for pickup, as well as the ability to use the notification system to let patrons know about things going on in the library, about emergency closures, or any other important information that you want to push out. Once your library decides to move forward with myLIBRO, we do all of the connections through the ILS. We get you set up for all the scheduling features, and then we provide you with a full marketing kit to let patrons know about myLIBRO and get them to download and start using the app within the library. From there, they'll just set up a quick profile, which creates a digital library card from them. You'll see that they're able to group all family members together and keep track of all the checkouts and renewals and pickups and everything like that for everybody in the household. We also have a full tutorial built in here that walks patrons through everything. One of the unique things about myLIBRO is actually has the ability to use voice. So it definitely helps with ADA compliance with those who have difficulty with screens, but it also engages this new generation that's growing up with a voice assistant on every single device that they own. So being able to connect to an Alexa device now and down the road later this year, most likely being able to connect to a Google device allows you to accomplish a lot of the actions over a smart speaker as well. So just full tutorial, walking everybody through everything that they're able to do within the app and making things as easy as possible. From there, lots of features in terms of search. Looks very similar to some of the other libraries that are out there. You can search by author, title, keyword, or subject. We'll do a quick author search. And once you type or voice in your author or title, any of the searches that you want to do, it's going to search the ILS through the API connections, and it's going to return all the materials available under those search parameters. When I click on a particular title, I can read the whole book description. I can check out all the ISBN information, material types, publication years, things like that. And then with the click of a button, I can also quickly place a hold. One of the unique features that we bring is a partnership with Overdrive, as well as some other services like Cloud Library, and we're working on some other partnerships now. But that also brings the capability to save and play digital audio through our app. So if you're connected to Overdrive, or if you're an Overdrive customer and a patron searches for digital audio books, they can play sample audio, and then once the materials are in their account, they can play the full text from here and over the smart speaker as well.
Audio presents The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Read for you by Paul Michael.
So moving on, one of the other features, we obviously bring the capability to link a lot of different account features. So we can connect to your events platforms. We can connect to frequently asked questions about the library. And we bring a smart assistant feature to the application as well. With our new release that's coming out in the next few weeks, we'll also have capability to push out book recommendations, event recommendations. We have self-check features that have been built into the app now that are available. Lots of different features aimed at trying to increase circulation again and increase patron engagement. So all of these things that you see here are things that they can do. If they want to check on events coming up in the near future, they can ask that, or they can just hit that button.
I have found 15 events. What can I do for you?
And you'll see there's a voice assistant that can be turned on and off. Once we're connected to your events platforms, patrons can search and learn about upcoming events, and they can filter those searches based on the audience or the event type or the particular area of interest. We do have capability to book reservations for these events too. If your events require registration through Eventbrite or through another system, we can link out to that, and you can also build that into your custom administrative portal if you don't have a current reservation system. As far as pickup schedule, you'll see one of the things that we've aimed to do is make this look very similar to a lot of the scheduling apps that are out there for grocery pickup, pharmacy pickup, those types of things. And we also bring the capability to, in addition to picking up materials that you've reserved, if your library does anything like curbside printing pickup or surprise bags or mystery bags, as some places are calling them, you can schedule a pickup date and time. And once you've done that, you can opt for those other services. So whatever you want to include in here in the information as far as additional pickup, you can, and then patrons can opt for those. If you are doing surprise bags, they can then choose from a variety of topics and a variety of categories that you've given them, and then also choose subcategories. So if I'm doing a surprise bag for children, I can choose the particular age group, and the library will get those notes and be able to pull those materials in addition to what's been reserved by the patron. Lastly, on the patron side, we also have the ability to schedule for in-library services. So if you are booking appointments for computer usage, browsing, study groups, meeting rooms, anything like that, all of that's customizable in your admin portal. You can check all the patrons can check all the different things that are available for appointment, click a button, and then also choose a preferred date and time, just like they did for curbside pickup. What's great about this is it allows you to manage everything that the library does as far as how patrons are using the library. You can manage capacities within the library from our system, and there's a lot of different features that you can accomplish to help safely navigate through the rest of COVID and then even beyond that. On the admin side and staff side, what we do is we bring complete customization to the whole portal. So once you are set up with us, you can configure all of your particular elements of the app. So this is sets up everything that the patron sees in the app. You can do things like set the advance notice time for the pickups, determine your pickup intervals, how many reservations. If you have numbered parking spaces, you can indicate that here, and the patrons will be able to, within the app, select from those numbered parking spaces. All of the custom instructions that are sent out to the patrons are inputted by you. So as you change policies or change processes for curbside pickup or in-library services, you can make those adjustments here in the portal, and that'll update the app in real time, and the patrons will see that most important information right away. You could set your curbside hours and your available hours for in-library services. So if these differ from your regular library hours that are on your website or posted elsewhere, you can actually determine those curbside times too. For the staff, this has just become a great organizational tool. So when you're talking about curbside pickup or any kind of contactless pickup, everything's organized in one place. You'll see there's the ability for patrons to communicate with the staff about changes that they need to make. Once we have you connected to your ILS, staff is able to quickly view what a patron has coming up for pickup, and they're also able to see the patron's information here. So if materials are scheduled, all of these can be scanned. And with many of the ILSs, we have a one-button checkout, where once those materials are brought to the desk, you can simply click the checkout button and that'll accomplish the task for that. Lots of ability to communicate amongst the staff in terms of who's working on a particular order, whether that order is in progress, ready, or already delivered. Patrons have the ability to close out the service once they receive their materials, but if they forget to or just don't do it in the app, you can close that out and remove that from the live queue and over to the completed queue. All of these buttons allow for the library to communicate directly with the patrons. So if you have an emergency weather event or a problem with a particular order, you can also always communicate, reschedule, suggest a reschedule to the patron, send an instruction if some materials aren't available, or outright cancel that appointment, or bulk cancel a group appointments. Probably where Libro's helped the most is saving libraries a lot of time in terms of fielding phone calls. So in most of our libraries, they came to us because they were fielding a phone call when a reservation was placed, an appointment was set, and then they were fielding another when the patron would show up. So it's at least 2 phone calls for every single appointment. And so we bring the capability to see what's being booked on the app, what's being booked by the staff, which you can always schedule. If you get a phone call, you can schedule that into your workflow as well. So everything's kept in one place. But the icons here, where you see a mobile device, that shows that it was an app-based appointment. So the patrons booked the app. So for each one of these you see, that was at least 2 phone calls that had saved this library. Computer monitor shows that it was booked by the staff on a phone-in appointment. And occasionally you'll see a globe, and the globe showcases our web URL booking. So in addition to the app and your ability to communicate or add in your phone calls, you can also send out this URL and emails. You can include this on your website as an additional way for patrons to schedule. If they don't want to use the app, it's a way for them to keep from calling you, and they can actually use the web URL to book their schedules. Very similar to the curbside pickup queue is our in-library resource booking queue. So some libraries are choosing to merge these, which that is a possibility. The other option is to keep them separate so that you're not confusing appointments in case you have different staff working on different tasks. You'll see all of these are scheduled. There's one of the globes that was booked through the web URL, and it shows all the different services that this particular library offers. You can customize all of this, even things like vaccine assistance that they're doing now. But you can customize all of this in your portal, and the patrons will have those options when they come into the app. Same goes for all the communication devices, as well as the ability to manage called-in appointments. So that's just a real quick overview of the myLIBRO app. Again, my name is Mike Rossetti. I'm Director of Sales with the company, and we would love the opportunity to work with you. We would also welcome the opportunity to do a live demo, answer any questions you have, or discuss thoughts. As I said, everything that we're doing here has been built by libraries. We update our app and our admin portals every week or two. So there's always new features coming in. There's always new suggestions that we're getting both from patrons and from the librarians, and it's been extremely helpful. So we look forward to working with you, and we thank you for your interest.